Sometimes you never know how an adventure will start.
All systems go.
I had 3D printed this RC plane out of a transparent PLA, which I thought would look really, really cool, which it did for a while.
Jesus, that didn't come up at all. Holy smokes. Wow. Yeah, that's nowhere close to normal Cub performance. Holy shit. That was full throttle and it just spun 90.
Needless to say, I needed a new project. But before we do that, let's go way back in time. This is 11 years ago at the Rose City Comic Con, and I took my kid there, and this was the first time I'd seen a real live R2-D2. That led me to the Astromech forum. Interesting forum full of builders, and as part of that, I had a chance to go and visit some local builders and their R2 units as they were building theirs. Totally fascinating. These metal R2 units are a tremendous amount of work, and these guys had done a fantastic job. And they were very welcoming to us to come visit and see what they had done. Now, at this point, I thought, what the heck, maybe I can build one of these things. A few months later, I got my first 3D printer. Now, I had no intention of fully printing out an entire R2. Back in these days, the 3D printing was still a pretty new technology, and I only thought that I would be able to build out or print out a few of the smaller pieces and then find some way to build out the rest of the R2 unit. But I never got very far. Fast forward to today, and by today I mean post-plane crash, and I started to come up with the idea of actually printing out a translucent R2-D2. These days you can find full STL files for your printer for an entire R2 unit. This is a Mr. Badley's design, quite excellent design. This is an early one which is available for free, and in fact he's got several iterations of this now. The newer ones don't cost a lot of money, but since I was just playing around, I thought I'd just start printing out the pieces, and I kind of got carried away. The modern printer, like a bamboo printer, is just highly efficient, highly accurate, and I can print out a tremendous amount of parts. Some of these prints will go for 20 hours as I kind of create all of these parts from rolls of filament. As I got along here, I started to see how the lighting would come together, and I think it turned out pretty good. I posted a couple pictures to a Facebook group, and somebody came up with a great idea of naming this thing R2-Cthru, which I thought was just hilarious. A lot of people have mentioned that it's almost like a Force Ghost R2-D2 unit, also quite amusing, and that's why I often have it in the blue color. But yeah, you can kind of play around with all of this. I didn't actually keep track of how much filament was used. It's certainly far less than a regular build with a 3D printer, just because I'm printing so thin and with very little infill. So not really a good benchmark for other people who are printing this out, but I certainly did go through quite a few rolls. But in the end, it was a lot of fun. We'll have to see what I do with this thing now that I've got it completed. It looks really good in the dark and lit up, but because I printed so quickly and took lots of shortcuts, probably in just glaring light, it's probably not the best 3D printed object out there. But if I can find the right environment to display it in, I think it would be kind of fun. And would I recommend somebody else try this? I mean, obviously I wouldn't stop anybody from trying it, but it's definitely a interesting exercise. The files were not designed to be printed with so little infill, so that's definitely a challenge, unlike the plane, which is specifically designed to be very lightweight. You do have to take some consideration into where you do add structure, because it does weigh a little bit. I haven't weighed it yet, but I'd guess it's around 15 pounds. So you do have to be a little bit careful on the engineering side of it. So within the body here is the Astro Pixel lights all mounted in there. Custom bracket for the master board there. I've got a USB cable with the support, and that supports all those lights in the dome. For the inside, I've got a custom tower that the light wraps around. And that sits down in the skirt area. And then deeper inside, I've got a shelf for an external battery. Right now I'm running off of a larger EcoFlow power pack. That can run for probably 24 hours on this thing. The smaller ones only last for a couple hours. So from a plane crash to a lit up from the interior R2 unit, sometimes these projects take a strange journey.